Hi everyone, this is Colleen. Nice to have you, and today I thought I'd do a leg lengthener sequence going into splits or any variation of splits, any phase of splits. So let's open the legs on all sides and get into the hips a little bit, the sides of the abdomen. We're going to start laying down. By the way, if you need padding for your knees, always have a blanket or an extra cushion for that. And you can work with 2 blocks today too. That'll help to stabilize as you go slip into your splits slowly. Okay, so that might be important. Let's come down onto the back. Let's hug the legs in and just breathe. Open up to your practice, to your day, to this time that you can spend in your body, and not separating the body out from the mind, but the practice is really integrating both. So really see if you can drop your mind and all of its restlessness into your body. As you exhale, see if you can ground yourself. Find that beautiful sense of stability. And we're going to take a nice full deep breath in. Take a full body stretch. Just yawn your body open. Let it feel yummy. As you exhale, press all the air out of your low back. Press the lumbar spine against the floor. Use the strength of your abdominal wall. And again, let's inhale, let that hold go and release, open up your spine, let your chest lift, let your belly open, and exhale once again, just press the air out. Good, dropping fully back, really grounding through the base of your core. And then from here, we're going to keep the right arm up. Lower the left arm along your side, and we're going to inhale, reach your right fingertips towards the left leg. Keep your head down for this, just opening up the back of that leg there. And then exhale, lower, but now bend the elbow of the right arm and just catch the back of your skull. And as you exhale, this time you are going to lift your head, shoulders, bend your elbow in towards your knee. Just take a nice tuck there. And then again, lower down, straighten out, arm and leg, inhaling, exhaling, and touch. Inhale, lower, bend elbow, bend knee, exhale, and tuck in. Reach long, exhale. Don't forget to press the air out of your low back. Inhale, other arm position, other leg position to exhale. And let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one. Hold this one. Keep tucking that knee in. Keep lifting the right elbow outside of that left knee, and then straighten the right arm, match it with your left arm, reach through both of your hands out through your finger pads, tug that left knee in a little tighter, really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the air out of your low back. Beautiful, everyone. And then lay down. Open your arms nice and wide, soften your shoulders, take your knee across your body, take it into a little recline twist here. Just let yourself sink. Good. Open up your chest a little bit more to the left, so give yourself a little bit more weight to the left side as all that leg weight goes to the right. And then we're going to inhale and just use a sweep of the left arm. Roll onto your right side a little bit more as that left arm goes out, hovers above your right arm, goes behind you. As you turn back on to the back of your head, your shoulders, and open out nice and wide. Let's do 2 more sweeps like that. We'll use a nice range of motion through your arms. Feel what your shoulder blade is doing on your back. We'll do one more. At the lovely Los Poblanos yurt, as usual, in Los Ranchos, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, so we're back on our back. Now we're going to try to let the left leg hover and perhaps extend it. Extending and opening up all of the fascia, that IT band, the lateral hip to the lateral knee. Really using your bottom leg, that right leg is really active. Activate more, lift your right chest a little bit, turn it more to the left so you spill a little bit more weight in opposition to that twist and the weight of your left leg. Good, one more inhale, work through all of your limbs evenly with your energy. Let it surge through arms, through legs, evenly. And then slowly bend your left knee again. We're just gonna open the leg out into tree pose on your back. So you can use your hand to let your foot climb up your inner right thigh. Press foot into thigh, press thigh back into foot, so we squeeze the energy inward. And inhale here. Exhale, stamp your right foot like it's on a floor. Raise your arms above you and just pull the length out of your spine. Every time you exhale, sink your belly into your low back. And then we're going to slowly come out of this and hug both knees in, rock and roll a little bit just to ease the spine in any way, shape, or form. And then lengthen the legs out again. Let's take just one full body stretch. Just reaching fingertips to toes. Exhale, press all the air out. Ground yourself. Right arm down now. We're gonna lift left fingertips to right leg. Staying on the ground with the head. Opening up the back of that right leg. And then lower, take the other position with your hand, cradle your head, bend your right knee, and tuck in here, working into the obliques. Let's go for 5 more. Inhaling and exhaling to hug in. Exhale and reach. Inhale to transition, exhale to tuck in. Exhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Exhale, reach. Tuck. I think we have one more. I might have miscalculated, but it's okay. Exhale, tuck in and hold this one. Work into those obliques really strong here. Release the left arm alongside. Pull and hug that right knee in a little stronger. Match with the right arm. Keep reaching, keep tucking in at the same time. Squeeze all the air out of your low back. Big breath in, big breath out. A little bit more. And then slowly open your arms out. Lay back down, take that knee over to the left side. A nice soft twist. Give yourself a little bit more weight over to the right side. Just even yourself out as best you can, and we're just going to take those really nice big circles through the right arm. Shift over to your left side. Watch your right arm pass above your left arm. Go behind you and really get a nice tall spine here. And then all the way out. Feel every movement, every nuance of your shoulder blade, how it positions itself on your back. Let's just do that 2 more times. Nice full range of motion. Anchor through your bottom leg. And one more time. Just let yourself really float into your breath and feel that movement go along with the ebb and flow of your breath. And then stabilize yourself here. You could draw your right knee in a little higher. a little closer in, and then begin to start to straighten the leg out to the side. You can just keep it bent if you like, and then really press into the left arm just to move your chest a little bit more to the right. Maybe you gaze to the right, whatever feels comfortable for your neck, and just really energize all of your limbs evenly here. And breathe into those beautiful benefits of this twist. And then begin to bend the knee slowly. Roll back onto your back for the tree position. Use your hand to get the right positioning. A good step into that inner left thigh. Maybe the arms reach back. And nice and tall through the spine, tailbone to crown, out through the fingertips, and stamp your left foot as if it's on the floor. So really engage your legs. Pull into that center line of gravity for your body. Let go as you exhale. And draw the knee in. Let's start to take rock and rolls on the spine. Let it feel good. I found a creak in the floor. And we're going to come all the way up to stand. You could shift yourself right on your feet. We'll go right into a forward fold here. Evening out your weight over your feet. Draw your head down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Again, you can work with blocks here. Bring the floor up to you if you're having a struggle reaching down. Hug your belly in. Lift yourself up and over your thighs. Let your chest spill out of your hips. Go further down if you can. One more breath in. Nice elongated breath out. We're going to rise up, engaging the legs. Reach up, look up, and palms to the heart. Exhale. Send out all your good wishes to a dedication, to a special intention. And really flavor your practice with something positive. And then inhale, let's rise the arms, engage the legs. Lean the shoulders back, but keep lifting the chest up. And then exhale, pour yourself over your legs. Plant your palms. We're going to step back, right and left. Find your plank pose. Shoulders forward, stay steady. Good. Work with any kind of imbalance in your body with a cool, even, steady mind. And then you can lower down. You can come straight down or lower down knees. And then come forward and lower down. Inhale, cobra. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, and we'll take it back to child's pose. Push your hips back. Let's come forward again. Wave through your spine. Drop your chest, scrape it forward, scrape your toenails back. Cobra. Exhale, hips pull back. Child's pose. One more cobra, coming forward. Nice slinky movements, get long in your body, soft in your shoulders, and then go back. Pull back, widen your low back. Exhaling here. And lean into your hands now. We're gonna go up, lift up the hips, nice and slow. Keep the knees bent for now. Walk your feet in, keep them parallel, and then really press back, pull back into the heels. Keep your knees bent if that feels better. You want to really give some height to your hips. You can take a few pulses to open the shoulders, the armpits. Nice, everyone. We're going to step forward, find Anjaneyasana. Again, it might help some people to have padding under the knees for lunging. We'll be doing a lot since we're working into splits, so just be aware of that. Okay, use any
props that are going to help you to gain some more ease and help you get a little bit more feeling of lengthening. All right, stay here for a breath in. Breathe out nice and slow. Let the hips melt a little bit as you let the chest lift. Beautiful. Then we're going to rise, use the arms here. Inhale up through the chest, exhale and sink the hips. And you can wiggle the shoulders a little bit. Lean the shoulders back. You can take any arm position. Feel free to wrap your fingertips behind you and pull to open those shoulders and lift your chest. Big breath in. And just feel a little bit more release as you breathe out. Nice, everybody. Let's inhale as we raise the arms. Now, let's see if we can lift the right heel up. Good, careful of cramping. And then exhale, we're gonna sweep the arms back. You can use the hands on the floor too if you need that. And then we're gonna dorsiflex the right toes as we go back into the hips for that half Hanuman, half split here. And we'll do that again. Inhale. Move up with the chest and lean back, and then exhale, and we swing opposite with the arms. And keep the chest forward as we go back through the hips. Nice, we'll do one more, inhaling. Maybe lifting the heel. And then exhale and go back. Good, we're gonna bring both hands now forward and down on the inside of the right foot. We're gonna inhale, turn the right toes out, and you're gonna poke the left toes to the left. Little twist with your left shoulder to the right side, and lean your left hip down. Good, and then we go back. Inhaling here, exhale, and we do that little squeegee in the hips. Right toes face right, left toes face left, and we go down. Good, go back out of it. Breathing in, and breathing out. And yeah, we sink down. Good, really turning that, twisting that shoulder to the left. Nice, and then we go back forward. We're gonna reach through the right arm alongside the head. So get a lot of length, pick up the back knee and extend through the left heel. So really lengthen out, especially in the inner legs. You wanna really think about lengthening the inseams. One more inhale here, really pull through, and then exhale, lower the back knee down again. Maybe the back knee steps back a little bit further, and then reach around, bend the back leg. And then we're gonna hold. And we're gonna stay here, push into your left hand. You can be on your forearm also if you like. Push and kick your leg back to pick up and open your chest. And then exhale, pull the leg in. Yeah, so you kick back and you pull in. Okay, kicking back, opening up and lifting the chest. Exhale, sinking the weight of the hips down as you pull the heel in. Opening up the front of that left hip flexor, left quad. Good, angling into the stretch however you really need it. And kick back one more time and pull the heel in one more time. Sinking the weight of the hips down. And then release the leg down. We're gonna pick up the back knee, but you can also keep the back knee down for this. We're just gonna walk the fingertips forward and push back into those hips. Lengthening through the whole body. And then angle the back foot. Tiptoe the fingertips over to the left and pull back, especially into the right hip now. Let the right hip go back, but also anchor down. Release your chest. And then we come forward. And lower the back knee down. And we'll just push back to child's pose here. Good, big breath in and out. And soften your shoulders just for a moment, just to release any tension there, and then we'll come back into our down dog. Lean into your palms, lift the hips up, push back nice and slow. Big breath. In, out, bending your knees, keeping those hips high. Trying to get a little bit more stretch through the backs of the legs, down into the heels. Maybe opening up, pulsing to open up the shoulders a little bit more. And then we're going to step the left foot forward. Lower down on the right knee. Okay, we're going to come into that Anjaneyasana. So just get comfortable. Again, use blocks under your hands. And my blocks over there, in case. I'll probably be using them later. Maybe pick up the back knee, move it back a bit. See how that feels in the hips. See if you can sink and open a little bit. Keeping the chest lifted. Inhale and exhale. And now we'll actually use the arms a little bit more actively to open the shoulders and the chest. The front of the abdomen gets a nice stretch. And we're thinking about the right hip flexor. Leaning back, and you take a little wiggle with your shoulders, just kind of shuffle your shoulder blades around on your back. In a nice positioning, so they're really snug against your back, so they can hold your chest up and let it open. Good, pull back more actively through the arms. And again, you can take any arm position if it's a bit more preferable for, behind your back or to support your low back. You do that. Good, one more inhale. And then the exhale, we're just gonna go jackknife the hips back. And you can rock or dorsiflex on that left foot. Leading with the chest, so elongating through the spine, and then lower down. Maybe pick up the front heel, you can play with that. Raising up, exhale and pull back. One more time. And then pull back. Then we're gonna land the foot, bring the hands on the inside, more for a lizard lunge here. And same thing, we're gonna aim the left toes to the left, pick up your right shin and point the right toes to the right. So you're gonna squeeze you into those hips. Turning, kind of rolling that right shoulder forward, leaning the right hip down. Okay, and then go back, inhaling. Exhaling, and we turn, squeezing into those hips. Good, go back. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, and turn. Good, go down and feel a nice stretch in this right side waist. And then we go back. Good, we're gonna inhale here. And now you're going to extend the left arm alongside your left ear. So really reach out, pull out, really get long through your body here. Keep your chest forward, go back through the right heel, go forward through the inner left knee. Good, big breath in. And big breath out, you're gonna land the back knee now, bend the leg. You're gonna reach around, grab the foot. And again, we're gonna do that push-pull, so kick back, lean the shoulders back, open the chest, and then pull the heel in. Going down into the front of the quad, the front of the hip flexor, up into the side of the abdomen. Just go back and forth with that. So you can work into your stretch with little kind of oscillations or different movements, a different direction into that stretch. Bring the heel in. The back leg is really important in splits. It's not all about the hamstrings. right? It's about the front opening of the hips as well. Okay, so we're gonna go now picking up the back knee, or you can keep it down, and we're just gonna walk the hands, tiptoeing the fingers forward. So think of like a down dog on your fingerprints, and just kind of pushing your body weight back from the forward leg. Then you're gonna ground the back foot, angle the arm position to the right corner of your mat. Pull back more into the left hip. Feel that there's a line from your left fingertips back to your left sit bone, and really lengthen that line. And hook the tailbone downward. All right, and then we go back. So knees come down. We'll just sit back into a child's pose just for a moment. And gather yourself back into your breath. So you feel a lot of circulation now through the legs and the hips. So let's use that. Let's get into a little sun salutations where we build up some heat. Come forward, plant yourself into your palms. Kick your hips up and back. And press out through your heels. The backs of your heels get heavier. Good. Inhale, just come forward almost into a plank, and then turn the knees and the toes to the right side, and then push back. Oh, you get a nice stretch in your right side. And then inhale, come forward, swivel toes, knees, hips to the left, and just push back, keeping the chest forward. Let's go back and forth. Exhaling back. Inhaling, transitioning through, and exhaling to the left. Inhaling, exhaling, right side. Inhaling, exhaling, left side. And inhaling plank. It can always be a variation of your knees down. Make sure your hips not sticking up in the air, right? But even everything out. Turn up your toes, work your quads, and especially a nice, beautiful, smooth, even feeling through your mental energy. And then exhaling, we're gonna just lower just a little bit. Inhale right into your up dog on the back toes. So squeeze down into your toes, push with your arms and pick your chest up. You feel a really beautiful stretch from the pit of your belly all the way to your third eye. Then exhale, we go to chaturanga, bending the elbows, keeping the upper arms really tight in. Holding here. Inhale back to your up dog. I know you can lower into cobra. And then exhale. One more time, chaturanga. Push everything up, plank. And then push the hips up and back. And we'll take down dog, firing everything up, everyone. Good, stay with me. Stay with your breath. Even if you're on your knees, if you had to come out or down from any of those poses and soften things a bit, right? That's what you do. Stabilize on hands and knees. It's a good way for you to get back into your breath and everything's more even, okay? So always feel that that's a good pose for you to come back to. Hands and knees, very stabilizing, very grounding. Okay, so let's stay here for another couple breaths. You can pedal your heels, or what I really prefer that you would do is stay in a static hold and just quiet down your down dog. Let it be quiet dog. Very smooth, even breaths. See if you can play with having more of the sensation and adjustments being very subtle on the inside. The superficial body will eventually mirror the inner body. And your outer body will get really nice and quiet, nice and long in this pose. Okay, so we're gonna make it to the top of the mat however you would like. Pressing your hips back, pressing your chest towards your thighs, look forward, work into your toes, make your toes strong. You can bounce on your toes a little bit here. And then hop with your hips to come forward. Inhaling a halfway lift, go long. See if the ribs are just kind of spilling out. Contain your ribs into your belly so the spine is nice and long. Work your legs. Exhale and fold over your legs. And bring your weight, tip your weight a little bit more into the toes rather than back into the heels. Good, release your body weight. But use your legs, keep your legs active. Keep your toes working. Good, let's rise up halfway, big breath here. And exhale and fold in. Rising up, take a big breath in. And exhale, palms to the heart. Let's reestablish, reset, refresh. Good, we're gonna reach the arms up. Sit down in your hips and thighs. Find your chair squat. Good, we're gonna inhale, I'll just do a little different angle. We're gonna inhale here. And exhale, you're gonna stay in your squat and see if you can reach your right fingers towards your left toes. And then lower down again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, see if you can stay low. Exhale, really working that right hip. Yeah, right hip and leg. See if you can grab the foot. Stay low, then stand straight up. So you're holding the foot now. You can also do this. Variation is just a bent knee without holding the foot at all. And then reach the left arm back. Turn your chest to the left. Solidify your right leg down to the ball of your right foot, especially the inner ball of your right foot. Grow a little taller. Inhaling. Beautiful. Exhaling, we bend the knee. Good, we're gonna take the tree pose that we did on the ground. Okay, squeeze in towards that center line. We're gonna add some fancy arms. So we'll add a twist to this. Reach the arms up. Spill the left fingertips forward, right fingertips pull back. But keep that left hip from shifting forward. So keep pulling back with the left hip. Go up, maybe turn your gaze. Squeeze the hips, compact your hips. And then come forward. Good, knee forward. We're gonna go into Ardha Chandrasana. You can go right into Chapasana. Use a block if you need it. Bend the back leg. Ooh. Bend the back leg, and then see if you have a hold, really kind of pull the leg up, the foot towards more your head space, the space where your head is. Good, really open the legs apart. Good, and then slowly release. Bring your left foot all the way back and down. Good, we're gonna come into our warrior two. Sink down. Soften your shoulders. Use your arms. Good, we're gonna inhale, pick up your right heel. Sink down a little bit more. Exhale, lower it. Go down a little more. Open out and expand your chest more. Good, inhale, pick up your heel. Exhale, this time lower the heel. Come up, straighten the leg, and we're gonna reverse the arms. Pull the left arm underneath your right arm up and over behind you, and you're gonna flex your right foot. Lean back. Fortify that back leg. And then we'll go right back into our warrior two, lifting the heels. So there's a plantar flexion. Exhale, dorsiflexion, pull in, straighten the right leg. Go into your twist, pull through the arms, lift the chest. One more time. Lifting the heel. Good, we're gonna go into extended side angle. We'll try a bind here. Okay, so you can lower the heel and try to get your back, the back of your right shoulder against the inner right leg. Adjust the back leg as necessary. Internal rotation of that right shoulder, get a little bit more space, and then maybe you grab a hold of the fingertips or the wrists, or you can use a belt, holding the belt from the left hand, and that way the right hand will grab the rope, the extension of the rope. And then if you have the bind, you don't have to have the bind, fortify your back leg and lean your right shoulder or left shoulder back and open it up. Good. You can stay here, work or stay with your extended side angle. Those of you that have a bind will try bird of paradise. And you can also try that with a strap. So you're gonna heel toe your back foot in a little bit, stand in your right foot, step in, and hug your belly up as you push your left foot down to carry your weight, the weight of that leg up. Open the knee. Out to the side, lift your chest, solidify your left foot, and then start to open into a full extension here. Go up to the crown of your head. We're gonna reverse out of this slowly. Step down and step the left foot back. Back to extended side angle. Sorry, my hair's flying in my face. Forgot my gummy. And then lower the back knee down. Spin your left shin out to the right. And then we're just gonna hinge the hips back. You can rock on your right foot. Bring your right arm along the inside or wherever. Maybe you can reach and hold the toes of the right foot with both hands and just kind of make a loop with your arm. And you can look through. Smile. Good. Come out of it nice and slowly, wherever you are. Good. We're gonna come up. Inhaling here. Exhale. We're gonna do that little rock your twist, but on the back knee now, flexing the right toes and pulling the arms apart. Keep the energy evenly flowing from the center of your chest out through your finger pads. And then we're gonna come forward. And this is where we have fun with splits. So you can work with 2 blocks. Blocks are really good for support. Of course, you can use anything that has a little elevation and that they're even on both sides. And then again, you can first start with splits with just a longer positioning of the Anjaneyasana, of your low lunge, right? Might want to bounce a little bit, bring some elasticity into the thighs. Lean your chest back so you use your body weight, shoulders, chest back. Let your hips get heavy. So you see my right foot is a little bit more forward, and I'm just gonna walk it a little bit more forward even, using the blocks to keep my spine upright. And then I'm gonna pick up the back knee and walk the back leg back and down. See how that feels? Maybe that's gonna be too much, and then you just back out of it. So stay where you are, bring a little pulsing. Let your legs open slowly. If you blow a hamstring, it's a long time for that to heal. So you want to go really slow. Work the back leg. So work the front of the left hip flexor and left quad down. Point the back toes. Keep your chest lifting. So this is why blocks are really good here. And those of you that have easy splits, go for over splits, where you use a block to support your front leg and your back leg. Good. Keep working both legs evenly apart. And keep your chest lifted, shoulders dropping down. Good, land in your hips. But feel like you're still suctioning your thighs into the hip socket. So it's a little suction. Good, you can work on your back toes for a while to keep your ankles even as well. One more inhale here, everyone. Lifting the chest, leaning the shoulders back, bringing your groins closer to the floor. Nicely done, everyone. We're gonna slowly come out of this wherever you are. So this is another nice way to use the blocks to slowly slide in. Yeah, bring your knees nice and wide apart and sit down on your heels. You can go back into child's pose with a wide knees positioning, bringing the big toe mounts to touch if you like. Nice big breaths. And then we're going to go through a vinyasa. Help yourself, find your plank, your chaturanga, any variations that you'd like to take. You can do a cat-cow. We'll come back to standing at the top of the mat. And keep your blocks handy. Take a forward fold. Evening out the feeling of your legs. They probably don't feel so even right now. But we'll work on that. Going to the other side. Inhale, rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, really reach and open. Lift your chest, squeeze your bum. Let your hips go forward as your shoulders go back. But keep lifting through your chest. Exhale, palms to the heart. Just drop in, take a moment. Nice cooling exhales to release some of the heat, right? We're gonna sit down in our chair squat. Get your hips low. Activate outer glutes, outer hips. Hug the belly back. Hug the ribs down and in. Good, and get low. You should see all 10 of your toes. Good, any arms that don't overdo your shoulders and round your upper back. So keep that sense of ease there. Good, we're gonna inhale here, exhale, go a little further down. Good, inhale, and then exhale, and we're gonna reach and tap the right toes. Go down, inhale. Exhale, reach, tap, go down, inhale. Exhale, reach, tap. Use that left leg, use that left hip. See if you can hold, stay low, keep your chest lifted, and just come up, straightening the left leg. Remember, you can do this just without a hold, and your knee can be bent. And we're gonna stay here, kick out through the right heel, solidify your left leg, and open out into that twist. Turning your chest to the right. Go taller. Good, slowly release. Bend the knee, we're gonna take tree pose. Keep solidifying the standing leg. Always an opportunity to readjust somewhere, balancing out your weight. Addressing any resistance with your breath. Press and compact your hips. Kind of feed everything into that center line. We're going to try that twist through the arms. So slowly reach, slice your right fingers forward as the left fingertips go back. Keep the right hip pouring open. Don't let it shift forward. And bring the knee back. Going right into Ardha Chandrasana. Take your time, reach for a block if you need it. Good, hand down, leg up. Bend right into Chapasana if you have a hold. Pour the foot up. Open up the thighs. But really split the legs apart here. And then we're gonna take a slow step back into our warrior one pose. Good, come up nice and slow. I'm just gonna turn a little bit. Sit down. Work the foundation of the legs first. Don't be so quick to get into the arms. You really want a nice proper base that's gonna support you. Get into the hips and the thighs, and then softly engage the shoulders down to open the chest up and sit down further. Work the expansion evenly through the arms, and let's lift the left heel up and lower down. Sit down. Left heel up and sit down. Good, now lower the left heel. We're gonna go rock this twist. Right arm pulls forward. Straighten your left leg, pull the left hip up into its socket, lean back. Drop back into your warrior two. Maybe the heel lifts, maybe not. Exhale, switch it off. That right oblique wraps to the left. Good, go back, resit down. Maybe the heel lifts, maybe it doesn't. We're gonna work into the extended side angle, so whatever variation, you can always work with blocks, and then just stay with blocks, right? If you're gonna go into the bind, we're gonna follow through with that step up to bird of paradise. Okay, so those of you that don't have a bind, you can always use the strap. Work it from the top arm. That would be the right hand will feed it. So the left hand can reach behind and reach for the strap, okay, wherever it's dangling. Hold, find your bind. Open your right shoulder, smile. Good, and then look down at your left big toe. Start to walk your right foot in just a little bit to give you a little bit more of a firm base to come up slowly. So hug the belly back. Push the right foot down, engage the whole right leg to come up to stand. Holding the weight of your left leg. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And work into the stability of the standing legs. So don't go anywhere else till you have that, till you feel that. When you do, maybe you go for a full extension, maybe not. Maybe that's too shaky for you. Go tall. We're gonna take it back slowly, stepping back when you're ready. I'm ready. Take a step back, find your extended side angle. Tap down the back knee. Swing the shin out to the left side and hinge your hips back. Take a little squeeze back here. Stay back, reach the left arm, maybe on the inside, right arm comes over to make a loop to hold the foot. Turn your chest underneath you. Smile. Inhaling, really arcing the right ribs. And exhaling, coming forward. We'll come forward, taking a last slow lunge here. Working the legs apart, inhale. Exhale, and we're gonna tug the right fingertips forward. Pull back in that left hip, jackknife the hips back, rock on your left foot. Maybe look towards your left fingers. Rise up with your spine. Even yourself out. And then take both hands down. Okay, so working into the splits now with the left leg. And remember, it's just really about getting more length, whatever that is for you. So doesn't have to be a flat split, but you're just opening up your legs. Work with the blocks to keep the spine nicely lifted. I didn't see that's on the other side, but you can always go ahead and bend the back leg if you're already in splits, and do any other variations, maybe a Ekapada, a one-legged pigeon, Kapada, Raja, Kapotasana. You can do that, holding and turning the shoulder. And inhale, push down wherever you are. If you're using the blocks, push into your blocks to pick up your chest. Work the knee back. If you like, lean the hips down. So I keep the back toes tucked, and that's really a good idea for a while because it keeps reminding you to keep the foot from angling in at all, you know, that sickle of the foot that we often get. Good. Keep walking further back through the back knee. Rise up the left toes and maybe start to slide out your left heel. So usually you're better on one side. That's typical for splits. This is my better side. A lot easier for me to go down. I don't need to take so much care going down. And then really work the legs apart wherever you are. Keep pushing your chest up. We keep using that angle of the spine, that vertical of the spine to work the weight down into the hips. And wherever you are, kind of suck your thighs back a little bit more into the hold of the hip socket. So we're not overdoing anything there. Good, one more nice deep breath in, just maybe side to side movements. You can do little twists here as well. We're going to slowly work ourselves out of this now. Take your time. Again, you can do any adjustments with the back leg. The blocks are really nice to kind of slide the legs in. And then bring yourself down into your legs. So just feel a little bit of symmetry before we finish this program today of leg lengthening. Good, breathe in and out. Good, keep your handy dandy blocks pretty close to you, and we're going to work back into a down dog. So just kind of even everything out. Down dog is also a really nice kind of symmetrical pose to even your body weight, even out your breath, and get your spine a little bit longer. Bring everything back to normal. Good, and then we're gonna pick up the heels, go into your toes, and then push your chest back towards your thighs. Look forward with a nice soft gaze. Bounce on your toes a little bit, get that feeling of the strength in your toes, and then take your hips up to lightly hop up, and exhale and lengthen. Breathe in and out. You might want to use blocks for this next one. We're going to work into the toes a little bit more. So come up on the toes, the balls of the feet. So if you need blocks alongside of you, that'll make it a lot easier, as you see. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to angle the knees forward so they become parallel to the floor. Good. Squeeze everything into your midline. Squeeze down into your toes, and your belly firms back. Smile. Slowly, slow motion, we're going to bring the knees down. As the knees come down, we lean back, and we lift up into this kind of camel-ish pose. So just take your first camel. We'll keep it a little soft. We'll support the low back. Lift your chest up. Pick your chest out of your hips. Zip right up here. Use your inner thighs. Good, go up. Use the support of your legs,
your low belly, and lean back with your shoulders. But keep your hands to kind of push the hips forward. So you always get that forward momentum through the hips and the thighs. Pick up your chest with every inhale and lean back with every exhale. Feeling a little bit more release. You really want to use your breaths in these more stimulating poses, back bends especially. Learn to breathe more evenly through them. And then we're going to come up. Okay, belly back to come up. And then we're going to go back onto our toes. So we're going to go back. You can use your arms to reach back, or again, you can use blocks here. And we're going to pick ourselves right up. Right up here. Land on your heels. Go into your chair squat. And again, any arms here works. Go down. Pick up your heels. Again, you can just be on blocks the whole time, gang. So feel comfortable with what you're doing. Stay in control. Belly back, lean back a little bit as the knees pour down and we come quietly back down. Beautiful. Open up so you can go back to the support in camel. Right, you can go back to this beautiful support for your low back. Lift your chest, pick it up, or work right back into your heels and lift up. You can have also the dorsum on the floor so you can point the toes back with the heels up. You can walk the hands in towards the back of your knees and do these little pulses. Down and up with the head, that's going to really strengthen the legs. Try it a few times. And try to get as much out of that as you can. Just really working to strengthen the legs here. Doesn't matter how far down you go. See what you can do there. Then we're going to stand up. We're going to lean the hips back, come into your toes. Let's do the little switch back into the heels for chair. One last one, inhale, exhale, and slowly come down. Now we're going to widen the knees apart. Bring the hands down. You can do crow here, anything that's kind of fun. We'll work our way back to our down dog. So take an opportunity just to put some fun, lightness, little fly time into your practice. Okay, everyone, we're about done. Trying to keep this a little shorter, short and sweet. And again, with these classes online, you can just pick out any part that you would want to maybe do to build up a little bit more heat, a little bit more strength, or flexibility. So any one of the sequences, just wind it up, do it again, do it a third time. We're gonna jump through or jump up to your hands and open the legs apart. So we'll end with Upavishta Konasana. You don't have to go to your limit with this. Make sure your hips, your pelvis is pouring forward. Right, so bring your hands to the uppermost rim of your pelvis and feel that. Feel that it's tilting forward. There's a nice forward tilt. Keeping the outer glutes and the outer hips established with grounding, right? So there's a little bit more activity there. And then begin to walk, tiptoe your hands forward. You can take a little movement side to side as you come down. Just finding nice, easy control of your breath. Keep those outer
glutes, really hugging in. Leading with your chest. Feel like you can walk your chest out with your fingertips. Okay, and then once you get down, just work with your breath, right? Especially establishing those really beautiful, longer exhales. Just to reboot the nervous system, right? To put the kind of quote unquote brakes on, where we typically are always like on the accelerator, right? So this is the nervous system. What I mean by that is that we're usually in fight and flight, and we want to get now into the rest and relax phase. So the parasympathetic as opposed to the sympathetic side of our autonomic nervous system. We don't hang out here enough, so really give yourself that gift. Maybe you can pancake yourself down to the floor, just letting the chest drop, really melting the back of your heart. You're reaching for your legs and pull your chin forward. Keep squeezing in with the outer hips and glutes. It's going to keep you grounded through the legs. Again, so the spine has that support. So you can go ahead and do turtles. So if you're down pretty far, you can bend the knees. Come forward through your bent knees, still straddled, not as far apart. And then you'll the inner rotation of your shoulders will get your arms behind. Good, so the arms can be out or they can hold and clasp as you slide the legs back out, and that will be just a nice kind of weight for your upper arms to establish that ground. Again, slow motion exhales. To get the most out of these forward bends, it's really important to slow down the breath and elongate your exhales. To come out, you'll just bend your knees and kind of slide your heels back. Take one arm out and the opposite arm. Good, bring your knees back in. And then if you like, we can kind of end with a fun pose that's an arm balance. But if you have a lot of length in your legs, especially your inner legs, a little bit of strength, it doesn't take a whole lot of strength, but you can start to pick yourself up. Good, and then just work your shoulders back. So a lot of this work we did today, with binds, you always are doing that kind of work. Point your fingers forward, bend your elbows, and start to sit the backs of your thighs on your upper arms. So this is Titibhasana. You can just be here, just working your weight onto your arms. That might be enough for some of you. If you can, start to shift your weight a little bit more forward, extending your legs, tailbone back, crown forward, and we really let the weight of the legs drop down. Soften the back of your heart, just let it melt. Nice smile on your face. And then slowly lower the hips down, let the legs lift up even more. And bring it all together. Nice, everyone. We're going to end on the back today in just a nice, simple recline twist. So let's come down. Hug your knees in. Give yourself any amount of a last few poses that you'd like to bring in. I'm just going to go into a recline twist, but feel free to extend your practice. So again, you can pause. Let's extend hand, or just press down into your right foot and cross your left thigh way above your right thigh. You're gonna pick up your right heel, press into the ball of your right foot, and pick up your hips. Move them a little bit more over to the left side and drop them down again. And then let the weight of your legs go to the right side. So you feel the weight kind of drop to the right side. It's kind of maybe picking up your left shoulder like this. I see a lot of this. So see if you can press into your right arm and shoulder, pick up your right shoulder blade, and kind of roll your chest over to the left and spill out your weight. So to counter the weight of your legs, you're kind of being a little bit more specific with the alternate twist to the left with your upper body. Yeah, and just really feel that energy right in the solar plexus here, that twist, and the effects of that twist is just really incredible, really deep. And just breathe through that. So it's just the work here, it's just the breath. So you're already in the pose. You're giving the placement for your breath. Okay, and just breathe in to wherever you can feel a little bit more restriction, right? It's a twist, it's a deep twist, so you're gonna feel that restricted breath. But let the breath kind of go against the restriction and let it spill out in the places where it's a little freer. And then squeeze your inner thighs to help you come out of this, lifting the weight of the legs, and we'll do the opposite side. Crossing the right thigh way up over the left thigh. Pick up the left heel. You're on the ball of your left foot, and you're gonna move the hips over to the right side now. Let them land again, and then let the legs slowly go over to the left side. Letting the chest, the upper body spill a little bit more actively to the right side as the weight of the legs pull down to the left. So you always are kind of equalizing the forces through your body. Press into your left arm a little more actively to allow the right shoulder blade its little piece of ground, right? We want it down. We want the space between the shoulder blades to feel very, very grounded and released. Maybe turn your gaze over your right fingertips, whatever feels good for your neck. One side could feel completely different than the other. Just work with that. Try to balance out your sensations. Remember, sensation is just the feeling of contrast in your body, right? From going from one thing to the next. Oh, that feels different. Oh, that's a twist. Oh, that's an extension, you know, whatever it is. It's just a shift of movement, of feeling that's based on what it had before. So feel into the contrast that your body is sending you. Just breathe. And then slowly we're going to come out of this, everyone. And then please, as you unwrap your legs, try to set yourself up in a beautiful, restful Shavasana. Really important pose. That's really why we do all of the energetic poses, is to get us into this very special, still place of an awake rest, right? Where the body can shift itself into healing, into replenishing, into rejuvenating. So stay with that, set yourself up well on your back, use any props that you need. Take a few moments just to breathe, let your breath start to subside, get softer, get more even. Let it get more subtle. So you're feeling the breath on a deeper level now. It's not so superficial. And we let the mind, the restlessness of the mind, kind of dissolve into the body as you breathe and you let go, layer by layer. And you let the body dissolve into the breath. The superficial goes into the subtle. And then the breath dissolves way back to the source, to the very substrata, the ground of being. Whatever that feels like for you, let yourself land in that beautiful place. And I'll leave you here. Thank you for joining me. Come back again. Namaste.